Alright, it's time to see the guys who don't hesitate to say what they want to the girl's face. If you're tired of lame romance anime protagonists, then this video will show you 10 romance anime where the main character is a Chad. Let's get started. Number 10, Oresuki.
それで僕は2人ともに協力するつもりです。
君は私の味方に。
2人の味方です。
Oresuki is what happens when you think the girls like you, but then you realize they like your best friend. Our main character here is Joru, who gets 2 dates in the same weekend from the girls he likes. But then, in the same weekend, both of them confess they like his best friend and not him. Now, you might think Joru might say, okay, screw it, I'll meet the girl I like someday, but this guy becomes super jealous, and let's just say his relationship with the girls doesn't become the same again.
そのことなんだけど、僕土曜日にコスモス会長から同じことを頼まれたんだ。
The reason I like Joru is because he could go from your average harem protagonist to Light Yagami 2.0. He doesn't try to act like an honest boy all the time and says everything he has to straight to the audience. And come on, that's way better than a goody two-shoes that tries to help others and somehow makes all the girls fall in love with him. Number 9, the devil is a part-timer.
今朝の
あの後、あなたの店に行ったわ。
そうなんだ。気づかなかったよ。声かけてくれればよかったのに。
This got a second season, so now's the perfect time to take a look back at this masterpiece. Instead of an isekai, here we have a reverse isekai, where the demon lord and the hero lands on our world and tries to blend in with our culture.
案外人間というものは全ての生き物の根幹を成しているのかもしれんな。おたわむれを。
The demon lord does the first thing any man without money does, finds a job. He decides to work as a part-timer in a restaurant that closely resembles McDonald's. Now he needs to find a way to get to his world as well as to survive from his world's hero, who has been transported to this world as well.
まさか。
なぜあなたがマグロナルドでバイトしてるの？魔王サタン！
勇者エミリア！
Devil as a part-timer isn't very high on romance, but the romance starts to come in the latter volumes of the series. And the greatest thing about this demon lord is he loves money more than women. There's a girl who likes you at work? Screw it. There's a promotion for you at work? Well, then that's something this demon lord is going to nod his head to. Number 8, the world only God knows.
バカ野郎！お前はとんでもない勘違いをしているぞ！僕はリアル女と手を繋いだことすらない！
Here's your typical glasses-wearing bastard who likes 2D worlds more than 3D worlds. Meet Otaku Kaima Katsuragi. He plays visual novels almost all the time and claims he can conquer any girl in the 2D realm. But in real life, he's just an otaku with no girlfriend at all. One day, he gets an invitation for a game, and as he accepts it, a demon girl called Elsie appears and claims that there are evil spirits who have escaped hell, hiding inside the hearts of girls.
とにかく勘違いだって分かったんだ。
Now the two of them should go on a witch hunt to find these evil spirits and free the girls. Even though that sounds cheesy and it looks like the premise of a ripped off of a children's fairy tale, this anime is really good. Kaima doesn't fall for the regular harem cliches, and he only wants to free the girls. He also doesn't shy and blush around the girls, so he's what we call a romance anime Chad. Number 7, Otakoi. Love is hard for otaku.
素材集めだろうが、レベル上げだろうが、いくらでも付き合ってやるし、残業しても待っててやるし、失望させて泣かせたりしないし。
Now here we have a grown couple, so you know the main character isn't going to act like one of those clumsy high schoolers. Otakoi is about a weeb man and a weeb girl realizing they both like weeb stuff. So what's the next best thing to do? Start dating, of course. Every character here is an adult, so you don't need to worry about the high school comedy tropes you've seen a billion times before.
で、聞いてほしい話ってのはそれ。終わったなら今日はもう帰るよ。
The reason why I like the main character of this show is because he says what he wants straight to the girl's face. For example, there's this bar scene in the first episode. Here, the main character straight up goes and asks the girl out without any of those melodrama, and the girl says yes. That's it. None of those series-long love confessions here. See? Perhaps you should ask out your crush sometime without thinking about it too much. Number 6, Kaicho wa Maid-sama.
可愛いからって触りすぎ。
大丈夫か？
It's time for the maids, baby! Maid Sama is about one hot-headed girl trying to create gender equality inside the school but gets interrupted every time a blonde guy who acts like he watched too much James Bond.
やっぱりミサちゃんのこと気にしてる。え？心配そうな目がいじらしいわ。は？心配？
Yeah, this is that anime with that hot-headed tsundere and the boy who acts all cool and badass. Seriously, this guy deserves a medal. Normally, most guys who are near tsunderes get beaten to a pulp or have to take the long route and wait till the girl confesses to them. But this guy straight up makes his point clear and makes sure the girl falls for him. That's some great accomplishment. Number 5, Trinity 7.
だよな、その反応だよな。いや、リリスは正しい。
Tired of those dumb harem protagonists? Well, here's a guy who gets the girls and doesn't whine about it. Trinity 7 happens in a dystopian world that is destroyed due to the Grimoires. Arata is recruited by a magical academy where the powerful Trinity 7 is trained. Who are the Trinity 7? Well, glad you asked. They are 7 girls who excel in magic, so when I say Trinity 7 and harem together, you know where this show is heading.
まあ、なくても愛せると思うが。
しかも微妙なフォローきた。
あとは顔が良ければいいよ。
ぶっちゃけ女の敵ですね。了解しました。
Like I said, Arata is a Giga Chad, and watching him on screen is so refreshing after thousands of harem anime protagonists who are created out of the same formula. Arata also has a demon lord inside of him, so get ready for some Sukuna vibes as well. Number 4, Fruits of Griseia.
なんで今のが避けられるの？
俺の周りでは時間が半分の速さで動いているんだ。
嘘。
Moving along in the route of Gigachads, we have the main character Fruits of Griseia. He was already a trained assassin and has a pretty dark background, so you can already see why he has adopted such a personality.
なんであなたと同等の立場で呼び合わないといけないの？
友人関係を築くにはまずそういうところからじゃないのか。
The fruits mentioned in the title are the 5 girls our main character studies with, and each of these characters have a trait that either makes them mad or makes them sad. If that sounds weird, go play to the visual novel and you'll understand what I said.
俺はお前の敵じゃない。俺はユミコに危害は加えない。約束する。だから無駄なことはやめろ。
Our main character, Yuji, is some guy who keeps the same face despite whatever happens to him. You'll also realize he has a very cynical sort of humor if you start playing the visual novel. So if you're tired of those harem anime with the whiny protagonists, then this is the anime will be very refreshing to watch. Number 3, Monogatari.
戦場ヶ原様。
カタカナ発音はいただけないわ。ちゃんと言いなさい。
戦場ヶ原ちゃん。
Yep, it's that show. The show where there is tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of dialogue. Heck, there's so much dialogue they even have a show written text on the screen.
スカートにシワが寄っちゃったし。
僕の責任じゃない。
言い逃れはやめなさい。切り落とすわよ。
どの部位をですか？
The anime revolves around Koyomi Araragi, who gets involved with the various girls around him on solving their problems. His first interaction is with Hitagi Senjogahara, who soon becomes his girlfriend. Other girls then approach him with their own problems, and Aragari tries his best to solve their problems with the help of a man named Mime Oshino.
じゃあ、何の用よ？
ひょっとしたらなんだけど、お前の力になれるかもしれないと思って。
力に？
If you're used to anime with tons of action and tension, then Monogatari might be hard to get into, but if you want a great light novel adaptation by Studio Shaft that does justice to the source material and gives us best girl Senjogahara, then this is the show for you. Number 2, Origairu.
ビッチ呼ばわりと俺のキモさは関係ねえだろ。それとヒッキー言うなビッチ。
本当さえキモい。つか、マジありえない。
Come on, there's no point speaking about romance anime with main characters who are chads without mentioning Mr. 8. This guy is so antisocial that he hates everyone who has tons of friends and acts like the most popular person in school. But this is anime we're speaking of, and even the most antisocial guy in the whole school can get the girl if he tries. Actually, he gets 2 girls.
この浜。問題？俺はな、そこそこ優秀なんだぞ。
The story is about our main character, Heichmann, slowly opens up to the people around him and while also forcing them to change along with him. He's more like a villain in the first few episodes, but you'll soon realize that's his way of looking cool. This fandom also has a best girl war going on, but watch till the end to see who won and be ready to suffer the pain if you didn't choose the correct girl. Number 1, Rascal doesn't dream of Bunny Girl Senpai.
作田君をお持ち帰りで。
頭がおかしいようなので、ご注文は救急車1台でよろしいですね。
And start the Giga Chad music, because the guy at number 1 is Sakuta Azuakawa. This guy remains like an emotionless, stone-faced statue, but when he opens his mouth, he says the craziest things of all time.
何を？
好きです。付き合ってください。
Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai centralizes around Sakuta Azuakawa, a high schooler that has some personal experience with the supernatural puberty syndrome. He comes across one of her senpais named Mai Sakurajima, who was walking around the school wearing a bunny outfit without anybody even noticing her. After making contact with her and many other girls that are suffering from the mysterious puberty syndrome, Sakuta tries to help them and all get through their predicament.
なんだよお前。
人間ですが、そっちは盗撮野郎ですか?
The show isn't actually about bunny girls, so don't expect bunny girls in every episode, but you get a Chad main character who doesn't hesitate to say what's on his mind. Come on, that's pretty cool.